So what percentage of men find fake breasts a turn-on? It's a mere handful at 15%.
Very good, Kirsty. More than a handful's a waste, yes. A survey by More magazine found only 15% of men thought silicone sexy. The rest found it a complete turn-off. Jordan, by the way, came bottom of the list of attractive female celebrities. Yeah. Well, so I was just going to raise, so why do you do it? We'll get on to this in just a second, because that's what Anton and Ben and your good selves must consider in the last part of today's show. 0207 173 5555 is the number. Jordan's double whammers have graced the front pages of the Red Tops pretty much every day since their marriage to Pete hit the rocks, and every day I look at that body, a body that has undoubtedly helped Katie Price to a £30 million fortune, and I wonder, am I gay? Was my mum right all along? I just don't like them, OK? I think they're monstrous. I know those in favour say new boobs are about self-confidence, about feeling good about your body after losing weight or having a baby, but I don't understand how stuffing 2 sacks of silicone into your body, your holy temple of a body, can achieve that. Coronation Street star Kim Marsh, she's a gorgeous-looking girl. She's bright, she's lovely, right? And yet even she's had a silicone stuffing. Are those who choose surgery suffering from some kind of body dysmorphia, or is it the eyes of the beholder that need fixing if you've got a problem with artificially boosted breasts? I mean, I really do. I think it's like a disease, this trend, you know. The more women who have their breasts fixed, the more other women feel the need to do likewise. And that's the bit that worries me. And you're saying, yeah, Anne?
Well, it is. It's peer pressure and media pressure, isn't it? I don't think anybody would think about it otherwise. It's just this constant feeling that we're all given that we're not right. There's, you know, we're really wrong, actually, unless we look a certain way. And that's all it is. And you can see that, I mean, Posh Spice allegedly had hers done, didn't she?
Said them about 3 times.
And now she's had them reduced because she's gone to Hollywood, where the values are different, actually. I don't think they're quite so popular in Hollywood as they were over here. And Jordan's made them incredibly. But it's this look that it's a horrible look. I quite agree with you. But I was just wondering, because the men can answer. I mean, have you been surprised by a pair of silicone boobs that you didn't know were silicone?
I think it'd be quite difficult to be surprised by them. I went out with a girl that had them, and she's a lovely, gorgeous, beautiful thing, and I, to this day, could never understand why she'd had her breasts done. She worked in modelling, and she said, and this says probably more, I don't know, she said that she got more work having her boobs done. So that's why she did it. But if someone said I would get more work having something done that involved a surgical procedure, I would be content with having less work.
There are 2 kind of forms, though, of breast augmentation, aren't there? There's girls who are very flat-chested for whom their lives are blighted by that, and they want to create more. You know? Well, I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I don't really know.
Kate Moss is one of the most beautiful women in the world, one of the most super of the supermodels, flat as a pancake.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I think those pictures of those pictures you see of Jordan, I don't understand why you would do that to yourself. I think I'm definitely in that 45% who don't find it attractive, that kind of look. And it's odd why women would choose to create these monstrosities. I don't know.
Who are they for?
You're saying that word again. I mean, that's a really harsh word both of you've used about it.
Because it's
monstrous.
Well, it is. I do agree with that. It just looks. It's nothing attractive about it. I think there's I do think if it's not obvious, I think a lot of women have them where you don't necessarily know. I think that's perfectly acceptable. But where you make these ridiculous things.
And I do think I'm fascinated by flat-chested girls, because I find, and I don't think I could be alone, I find it quite sexy, flat-chested.
I tell you
and
what,
I know other men that do as well, and I wonder if it's other women.
When you hear about NHS boob jobs being done, the main reason the doctors agree to do it on the NHS is because the girls are being made fun of at school.
Right, so it's other girls.
They're feeling really bad about themselves because what other girls are saying, not what boys are saying, what other girls are saying about their boobs.
I wonder if that's true. We'll take your calls in a moment. Anton?
Well, I saw it's an interesting subject. It's not one that I think a guy can sort of comment on really fully, because I think it's a very personal thing for girls.
Do you think they're done for boys, though? When you see Jordan strutting around, I mean, who is she doing it for? I mean,
well, she's 2 reasons, I think. One, she does it for herself. Secondly, because it makes her feel. I'm convinced. I don't know her, so I don't know this for sure. But I think a lot of girls feel better about themselves once they've had them done. great. I know a lot of girls have them done because they find clothes don't fit very well, they can't. And again, it becomes from self-esteem, and then they have them done. Now, Jordan has these things done. She feels marvellous. She gets lots of work. So by the fact that she had them done, she's got lots of work. She's become very famous from it. So it sort of confirms the stereotype, really. So then, of course, another girl goes, well, look at Jordan, she's incredibly famous, blah, blah, blah. And then it goes,
really
so the more you sort of reaffirm the stereotype in that respect, the more it becomes popular and the norm. As soon as it becomes the norm, then we have a real situation on our hands.
And it is said that Victoria Beckham has had hers reduced because she will never, she's been told she'll never get on the front cover of American Vogue.
Oh, my God!
With enhanced... And that's,
No!
and that's what she wants most in the world.
Oh, my God, if I can't go on the front cover of American Vogue, I'm no one!
She's already made it to the front cover
life.
of English
Lord.
Vogue.
That
Just as long as she doesn't release another record, that's all I say. Let's throw it open to you. Your thoughts on silicone boobs, Kirsty?
We have
Your
Diana
thoughts on
and...
silicone boobs, please, Kirsty.
Sorry?
Your thoughts, please?
I thought you were asking me. No, I haven't.
Would you?
No. No, I wouldn't. But I'm lucky because I'm not flat.
OK, so why is flat bad? You see, it's you girls, isn't it? You're your own worst enemies.
I don't know, because you feel more like a woman. I hate it when you do this to me, Matthew.
Sorry.
My dad watches the show.
Sorry.
We have Diana, and she actually wants to have implants.
Diana, good morning.
Good morning, Matthew.
Go on then, why?
Well, I am going to have them done. It's just a matter of time. The reason being because I've had 6 children and I breastfed. And over the years, as you get older, I'm nearly 50, things go down.
Diana, women, if I remember, have been having children for over 5 million years, and they've managed to get by without sticking silicone into their bodies.
Yeah. But I do want to, well, I will have them done, but I'm not going to have them huge and outrageous and grotesque.
Do you know, to be honest, that's the bit that I don't understand. To me, it's the act of putting an alien substance into your body through a major surgical experience. That is the bit I have a problem with. If you want to, I mean, comedy boobs are something else. Just silicone into your body. 2 big bags, or 2 medium-sized bags, or 2 small bags into healthy bodies. It seems weird.
I know, and I think that has been my deterrent why I haven't had it done already. But I think I'm nearly 50, and I think at this stage of life, I'm prepared to take a risk and do something that will make me feel quite confident. I'm not saying I have low self-esteem or low confidence. It's just that I'd like to have an opportunity to see things a bit more, I don't know, prominent or not huge, but a bit more upright in dresses and tops. And that's just something I would do for me. I mean, my girls, I have 4 girls, and they don't understand why I would ever want that. But I just think that...
I just think, did you not see, I mean, is there not something peculiarly illogical about going through a potentially harmful operation, all operations are dangerous, to put silicone inside your body is what's needed to give you a lift, a psychological lift? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
Give my bust a lift so that it may look a bit more...
You hear this a lot, though.
And I do, I understand that, and yes, I can hear what you're saying, and maybe when I sit and I think about it, it will prevent me from doing it.
Are you in a relationship, Diana?
No, I'm a divorcee.
OK, because I was going to say, so this is just definitely 101% for you.
Yeah, and it's for me, and you know, one of the things...
Oh, lost her.
One of the things that I've thought about is maybe I shouldn't go ahead with it.
We're losing on the line. It keeps cutting out, I'm afraid, and we're almost out of time anyway, so forgive me, Diana, we'll leave it there. Ben, what can I say? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Don't leave it so long next time. I know you have your jobs to do and everything. And I have to say, make sure you catch him on Thin Ice, this Sunday night on BBC Two. Can't wait. And an Anton, fantastic show once again. Give it up for our fantastic panelists. Tomorrow's special guest is the legend that is Jerry Springer. If you have a question for him, you better call Kirsty with it now. Plus, we'll be serving up usual mix of talking points for you to get your teeth in. Don't miss, by the way, Jack the Ripper, Tabloid Killer, here on 5 at 8 tonight. A fascinating investigation by Kelvin Mackenzie. Thanks for watching. Bye.